She in. Hey. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play, and they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator said right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing Jones, and his pass incomplete. And let's take a look at the Steeler offense.
Out wide was the youngest player in the NFL in 2017, Juju Smith-Schuster. And he also had the longest reception in the league last season at 97 yards. Actually well schooled in route running and able to run for both outside and moving inside to the slot position in order to make big plays.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Set, 60 or. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Out. Now.
On 1st and 10 is Counter. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. There you see the starters defensively for Jacksonville. They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it?
Tight end right. Tight end right. Four down.
On 2nd and 9. Jones, that's complete to his running back Connor. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Now Jones. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. 5 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I'm coming after you. Switch. Get it. Come.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. We'll take a glance now at the starters on the defensive side of the ball for Pittsburgh. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Alert 3. Let's go.
On third down, Cowan. And he caught it up. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Good job, D. Good job, D.
So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Yeah, that was the safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And last time they coughed it up. Led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over. Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a 1st down.
Here's Wright on 1st and 10. He's going to... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 32 that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, Let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Right. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues, and the chains move again.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Set, ready, 50, plant. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Now right on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check butt six. Check butt six.
To throw again. Right. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is right. Operating from the gun. The open man is Shark. It's complete. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Ready?
Right now, throwing on 1st down. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Sliding out of the pocket. And now he's going to use his legs. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Defensively, didn't seem like anybody had eyes on the quarterback, and he took advantage.
So you think that maybe we're seeing some pretty good instincts for a young guy? Because that's the thing you worry about coming out of college. You're used to getting away with just about anything you want to do. You're just superior. Here, he has to read it, figure it out, and know when it's time to go.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. 59. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go.
They go play action here on first down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the gun, a give to Connor. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Back to throw. Jones. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right on the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. Right on 3rd down. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jones, 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler 1st.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, Connor. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Let's go.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. To throw again on second down. Jones. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Looking to throw. Jones. This will be caught at about the 6. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Back to you. I'm going back to you.
Throwing again on second down. Jones toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again, but now it's 3rd and goal. Jones going to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Boswell's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And ball security has been a big issue. You see the numbers there. He's fumbled twice already.
And whenever we talk about ball security, it's not simply how you're holding the ball when you run it. It's all the other things that you do. Is it in the proper arm, meaning the sideline is protecting you? Are you dipping a shoulder to protect the ball as well? And obviously the 4 points of pressure to make sure it's tucked firmly against your body so people can't pop it out.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Steps away. He's going to take off with it. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Back to throw. Right. This one caught over the middle. It's Oliver, the tight end. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. The kick by Lambeau is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll start up at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Deshaun Watson leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, let's head to the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, to check in on the Broncos. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. The Broncos looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And things didn't work out so well as they fall to the visiting New England Patriots. Nelson Aguilar, a touchdown catch in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Here's Wright on 3rd and 2. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Seems to me that our friend, Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And we've seen this a few times in this game. That offensive line just, I don't know if you want to call it out physical, out tough, whatever you want to use.
And what people do when that is happening, when they're getting dominated that way, they spread things out a little bit, make it more of a space game, and allow your skill position players to make a few plays out in open field. Take away the physical element, gives you a chance.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It'll be a gain of 4. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. First time they've looked his way in this game, he comes through first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Jones now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Now counter. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Down. 18 Gator. Go, go, go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. This is Connor. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Go! 30 base.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Jones now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jones off the play fake. And he's got it. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Finds his tight end Oliver here outright. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Now.
Operating from the gun. Right. Short throw caught by the tight end, Oliver. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Right. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now Jones throwing to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They run with Connor. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, Jones. But it's brought in by Washington. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the bootleg. Jones. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Jones, off play action. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Josh Allen, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here, back-to-back sacks.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Jones now operating from the gun to Connor on the check down. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A good first down call as the screenplay gets them 9. 2nd and 1. Open man right side is Shark. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now right on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw is right. To throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10.
Go set to 18 Gators. Exit.
The drive will start with Connor. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Again, it's Connor. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
That's it, baby. We got work.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Here's Jones on 1st down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on 1st down. It's Connor, and good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Tighten up, hit it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And Thomas has it. It's a Pittsburgh first.
make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Now Jones throwing on first down. It's Waring, the tight end, with it. And brought down, but not before they're in 5. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Connor going backwards here on the first down carry. Stopped up for a loss of a couple. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction, so to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped.
Go! 70, Indy. All day, defense, all day, all day. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Pittsburgh, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.